Hi and welcome to my channel. If you're new here for the first time, please like, share and subscribe. If you are returning, welcome back. Firstly, all my readings are timeless. So if you've stumbled across this reading for any reason at all, it is because there's most likely a message in it for you. It may just be one thing that I say. A bit about me first. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I receive messages prior to the reading. So the past few days I have been receiving a collection of messages that pertain to today's message. Once I feel like I have enough information from the messages I am receiving, I will come and use my tarot and oracle decks to clarify. Now, as I said, I'm an intuitive tarot reader, but I'm also an illustrator. So over the past few years, I've combined the two. And the decks that I use on my channel are all of my own designs. So if you are called to any of those, the links to them can be found in the description box. So the message that was coming through really strongly is that there is a secret being kept because it benefits a third party. Today is the 5th of May, so we have 5-5, the 5-5 portal. 5-5 is change. The songs that I was hearing was The Whistleblowers by Layback. Now I will list those songs and their music videos in the description box. So please have a look at the lyrics or the music video, the visuals for that. There may be more messages in that. So the whistleblowers. When you think about whistleblowers, they are somebody who reveal a secret. A secret is being kept because it benefits a third party. And my ears are popping. The other thing I was thinking about whilst that song was coming through was a series that I watched last year called The Meltdown at 3 Mile Island, which was about a nuclear plant in America. And it's on Netflix still, I think. A nuclear plant in America and a cover-up. And what happened to the whistleblowers who were trying to reveal what was going on. Now that ties in with the dream that I had. 2 nights ago, I had a dream that I was taking a family photo with my husband and my kids. Now, it was a dream of the past. The visual of us was 15 years ago. And we were taking a family photo. And as we were having the photographer take the photo, the photographer asked us to take a step back so that he could get us properly in the frame. And as I stepped back, my foot stepped onto a mound of dirt, and coming up out of the dirt was a baby's hand with cuts and blood on it and some of the fingers taken off. Now, I don't normally have dreams like this at all, so it was very confronting. And when I looked back at the photographer, standing behind him was a policeman, and intuitively I knew that this baby had been murdered by the policeman. I just had that feeling, and the more in the dream I thought about it, the more I realized that this wasn't the first time. So potentially something that's been covered up by somebody in a position of power. And it doesn't have to be a policeman, but when you think about that movie, The Whistleblowers, that was a government. That was a workplace. And I said movie, The Whistleblowers, but it's a series. So further into this dream, once I recognized that this policeman had something to do with it, another man appeared within the dream, and it was the coroner, I want to say. It was the man that works at the hospital where people who've passed away get taken. And you see it in like Law and Order. They're sort of in that basement area and it's all tiles, and they'll have a deceased person lying on a table and a man in medical scrubs. So I saw this man, and the dream went to this little baby that had been killed lying on this table at the hospital. And the policeman and the coroner were side by side. And intuitively, I knew that they were working together. So go back to that message. There's a secret being kept because it benefits a third party. Potentially, it benefits a third and a fourth party. Or it's being covered up by multiple entities. Now, once those two men, the coroner and the policeman, recognized that I had picked up on what was going on, the last part of the dream was me running down the corridor of this hospital with this coroner in pursuit of me, and his hands had changed from normal people hands, normal person's hands, to these big double hooks. And honestly, that dream was really, really frightening. But there's something here, as I said, there's a secret being kept because it benefits a third party, and somebody not wanting, doing everything in their power, me being chased down the hallway, to keep the secret from being revealed. Now, when you think about the context of the dream, we were taking a family photograph, something that is displayed on a wall, something that people view as, oh, this is what is perceived to be a happy family moment. There's some sort of illusion that's been put on the goodness of whoever's trying to cover up the secret. If you think about a policeman, you think honest, just. The same with a coroner. But it's some sort of illusion. Now, the fact that that family photo, we were who we were 15 years ago in that family photo, something that's been going on a long time. It's something from the past, and it's been kept hidden over an extended period of time. Now, when I do a shuffle prior to a reading, I put on the Monks of the Abbey of Notre Dame, I think it's called. It is monks chanting songs from hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It is said to dispel negative energy, which is why I use it, because I'm trying to cleanse my space before my reading. And even if you don't like that type of music, I mean, it's not something I would play loudly in my car as I drive through the streets, but you can put it on really, really softly. You could even just have it on volume 1 sound level so that you can't even hear it. Have it playing all day in your house. But I play that because it dispels energy, and I always have my songs on random shuffle because I receive messages through music. So I take notice when songs come through. The first song that came through was Dies Irae. Now, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but what it means is, or when it is played, is usually a mass for the dead. But what it means is Judgment Day. It symbolizes the day of wrath when the righteous ascend to heaven. Now, when I was doing my pre-shuffle, the card Ascension came out. When the righteous ascend to heaven. There's a secret being kept because it benefits a third party, but it's coming out. Now, that song itself has been used, the score, I want to say, for that song has been used in many, many movies. I'm going to list them because some of them may pick up on, if this reading is connecting with you, some of them may pick up on the energy that you are in within your specific situation. So this reading can be something that resonates with you personally or somebody that you are dealing with. It could be a collective reading. So the movies are 1946, It's a Wonderful Life. 1980, The Shining. That's a scary movie, I think. 1990, Home Alone. 1993, The Nightmare Before Christmas. 1994, The Lion King. Now that one I'm going to come back to. 2001, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. 2007, Sweeney Todd and the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. 2017, there was a Japanese anime series called Dies Irae. And then 2019, Frozen 2. I'm going to swing back around to The Lion King, because if you think about that movie, there's a secret being kept because it benefits a third party. Simba was run out of the Pride Lands by his uncle because everybody thought that Simba had killed his father, Mufasa. Even Simba thought that he had killed his father. So the second song that I got on my random shuffle when I was listening to the Monks of Notre Dame was De Oris Leonis. Now, Leonis is lion. Destroy your ego, Lord, deliver me from the lion's mouth. So there's something in that Lion King movie that potentially resembles what's actually going on. Some sort of secret that's being kept. Maybe you're the whistleblower. Maybe you're having people come at you like they did with those whistleblowers in Meltdown on 3 Mile Island. I'm going to pull some cards. I'm going to see where we go. The other thing I was going to say was, as I started this reading, there's a group of birds, 3 or 4 birds trying to attack one single bird out in my pool area. And this morning I had to drop my husband at the airport, and he doesn't do any of this spiritual stuff. But in a sentence that he said to me, and we were talking about work, he said, it's going to be Judgment Day. Now, I use that term all the time, but not to him. And it was so weird that he used that term, because it was a synchronicity for me for the messages that were coming through. But also the fact that we were talking about work. This potentially could be a work situation. Somebody in a position of power. Wow, the Tower. That's a secret. The Tower is Mars energy. That's a secret. There's a secret being kept because it benefits a third party. At the moment, we have Mars in Aries is the transit at the moment. Explosive things coming to light about people in positions of power. That are keeping you stuck. 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles is Mercury in Taurus. Now, we are in Taurus season at the moment. Yeah, and it's the 5th month. Mercury in Taurus. 5 of Pentacles. Today is the 5-5 portal, as I said before. The month of May is also the month that in the Catholic faith we celebrate Mary. Now, Mary to me is the ultimate divine feminine. She is Mother Earth. She's Mother Mary. She received a divine message from Angel Gabriel that she was to be the mother of a child, and that child would be Jesus. So in the Catholic Church, May is the month that we celebrate Mary. A divine message coming through about something. Look, this little bird's in a cage. Although he can escape, there's a truth. There's a truth coming out, allowing this bird to escape. Look at this little bird up the top here, delivering him something so that he can escape. 9 of Pentacles. Oh, wow. And I didn't even think of it when 9 of Pentacles for me is Mother Mary. That's my Mother Mary card. The 9 of Pentacles is Venus in Virgo. Virgo being from the same root word as virgin. Venus and Virgo, and Venus being the divine feminine. For me, the ultimate divine feminine is Mother Mary, the Virgin Mary. And we just had, now 9s are single, independent and free. This secret coming out will actually free you from this cage that you're in, or collectively free us from the cage that we are in. 9 is Virgo. Virgo is September. But there might be some relevance to the lunar and solar eclipse reading that I did. And I think the title has Mother Mary in it. Because for me, that lunar and solar eclipse that happened, the lunar eclipse was the 25th of March, the solar eclipse was the 8th of April. Both of those days correlate with days in the Catholic Church where Mary is celebrated because of the Annunciation. The Annunciation in the Catholic Church is the day that they celebrate when Angel Gabriel came to tell her that she was going to be the mother of Christ. So there's some sort of activation that's happened from this solar and lunar eclipse. Something else that's being activated on this 5-5 portal with the month of May. Now, when I think about that dream that I had, it was a baby. It was a baby's hand that was sticking up out of the ground. We were taking a family photo. There's something to do with children and families within this message that's coming through. If you think about the Lion King, uncles, fathers, children. some secret. And in this card here, the Tower, that's God. This particular deck, that dragon, and we are in the year of the dragon. It's the wood dragon, I think, this year. That dragon is God. Mary, Six of Pentacles. Something's not equal here. This secret that's coming out is going to show people that something isn't equal, that there's been an illusion. In terms of reciprocity. Moon in Taurus. Taurus is this month. Taurus is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is institutions, workplaces, religious groups, governments. Oh, you've got a big building here. There's something coming out because it's the moon in Taurus. Something's been hidden. And maybe you know the secret, or you're being given intuitive messages. This Mother Mary, that Gabriel is the angel of divine communication. You've been receiving intuitive nudges. Maybe you're doing something about it, saying something or trying to say something, and you're being repressed because a secret's being kept, because it benefits a third party. What I was going to say to you was Five of Wands. Yeah. There's been a lot of conflict over this information coming out. I'm hearing the word underhanded. A lot of tactics. Look, if you look at, if you think about the wand right at the back, and it's almost like chopsticks over the top. So it can't be exposed because somebody's going to lose out. Their public image is going to be distorted if it comes forward. What I was going to say before that card came out was, over the last 100 years, there have been multiple times where Mary, Mother Mary, has appeared to young children in what they call apparitions, which is 2 or 3 children, and then they'll be outside playing or something, and they'll get the vision of Mary come through over multiple sightings and with a message to them. And all of the messages from Mary over the last 100 years have been in regards to God being unhappy with humanity, with the way we treat each other, with the scar-like characters in our lives doing the wrong thing for their own benefit, unhappy with how we are treating the planet. Taurus, as I said, May is Taurus season. Taurus is the earth. So you could say Mother Mary, Mother Gaia. And all of these messages come to mainly children or innocent people, which, generally speaking, when you have somebody who's a whistleblower, it's because they have an honesty about them, something that's pure and innocent about them that they want to reveal about somebody who is doing the wrong thing, somebody who is dishonest. If I look at that card, he's got power over those people. They're almost bowing to him. Oh, now they're going to bow to God, the Tower. The secret is coming out. The illusion is being lifted. The Queen of Wands. In this particular deck, now it's a love deck, but I use it for other readings as well. In this particular deck, she has to make the decision to come forward and tell a truth in order for God to grant her freedom. So she waits on the steps. She comes forward with the truth. And you have to take it as it resonates. If you're being intuitively guided to hold back and not say anything for the time being, I believe God is the biggest chess player. He's moving pieces around on the board. So if you're being asked to pause, then pause. If you're being told to go, then go. Page of Pentacles. That is the card of the student. Listening. Switching off the noise and listening. Page of Pentacles is earth, air and earth. Nine of Cups. That is wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups is Jupiter in Pisces. We've got two nines here. There's going to... We've got the sun on the bottom. I was about to say there's going to be something illuminated, and then I turned it over and it was the sun. There's going to be something illuminated about the illusion. And that's Nine of Cups. Jupiter in Pisces. When I think about Pisces, I think of the ocean. Something coming up from the depths. Something being illuminated as to how this Jupiter in Pisces has, how this person has created this illusion. And it's all going to come crashing down when this secret comes out. If you think of, not Mufasa, if you think of Scar in that movie, had all these little cronies around him, helping him keep the illusion. Can you hear the magpies laughing? But once it came out, actually that's crows. Once it comes out, they're going to be the laughing stock. Seven of Pentacles. I just heard because the seeds that they planted were rotten. These people are rotten. Saturn in Taurus. Again, we've got a Taurus card. Something's happening with this 5-5 portal. Something's happening this month. 5-5. Something's happening this month that will reveal the dirty tricks that this person played to give the illusion that they were superior. To give the illusion that you couldn't come up against them when you recognized that they were doing something wrong. And as I said here, this Page of Pentacles, if you're being asked to stop, maybe part of your journey is you learn the lesson of trusting your intuition because you pick up on what's going on, but you're not meant to be the deliverer of the justice. Something else will happen. Somebody else will come in to deliver this justice. And I think about that when I think about the policeman and the coroner. God often entangles people who are doing the wrong thing with other people so that when divine justice comes in, when that day of wrath comes in, when the righteous ascend to heaven, it's like a bowling alley. He'll put all of these people who are doing the wrong thing all at the end of the bowling lane, and he just takes them all out with one blow. And you're meant to just watch, because the lesson in this for you, Saturn in Taurus, Seven of Pentacles, the lesson in it for you was purely about confirming that you can trust your intuition when you're getting those nudges. But somebody else, I just heard he's bringing in the cleaners. Somebody else is, it's somebody else's lesson or somebody else's job to actually sort the situation out. Sometimes these people back themselves into a corner. I've got the Ten of Wands there. I'm going to... Their egos are so big that they entangle themselves. Five of Pentacles, another five. Well, that's the same one here. Five of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and Seven of Cups. Their egos are so big. Seven of Cups is Venus in Pisces. Venus is love. Their ego, their love for themselves, and we had that. Ore Leonis was the second song that I got. Destroy your ego. Lord, deliver me down from the lion's mouth. Their egos are so big. That's the Ace of Wands. That is a gift from God. Their egos are so big that they entwine themselves within relationships with other people who are doing the same thing. The same thing to other people, Five of Pentacles. And God comes in with this match with the Ace of Wands there and lights it, and they all go down together. What's that song? And I was hearing it the other day. I think it's called Meltdown. Niall Horan, because I couldn't remember what it was, and I was trying to pick it up during the reading. And we've got the meltdown at 3 Mile Island. When it all melts down, they'll all go down together. And that's what I was saying before. You're meant to just observe. God's taking the wheel. 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. Sometimes these people are so blinded by their ego that they don't realize. They're too focused on you and stopping you from revealing a secret that they don't see. And it takes me back, and I've said it a couple of times in readings. In Avatar, they were all flying around on those bird things. And that massive big black and orange and red and yellow bird. And Jake Sully says that that bird thinks it's the biggest cat in the sky, or the biggest bird in the sky, that he never looks up. And so that's when, Jake Sully comes in and jumps on top of the bird. That's God. They're too busy focusing on the people underneath them that they're trying to keep controlled, that they're not looking up. They don't realize that God is above them, about to strike a match. Wow, the sun. Now, in that Mother Mary reading, Mary is the moon and God is the sun. I think of Icarus flying too close to the sun. These are these people. This character here, this shady ass character here. Ego's so big that he flew too close to the sun. And you're going to get burnt. And if you think about a dragon, this year is the year of the dragon. A dragon shoots flames. 8 of Wands on the bottom. That is Mercury and Sagittarius. Communication coming in. There's a secret being kept because it benefits a third party. Seven of Cups. Maybe more than one third party. Maybe multiple people. Multiple organizations. Yeah, 4 of Wands. People that are 4 of Wands is the marriage card, but 4 of Wands, which is Venus in Aries, 4 of Wands are things that tie people together. So if you think about a marriage, you're obviously tied together contractually. People that are tied together. Maybe you are contractually tied to this person. Now, it could be somebody that you are married to. It could be somebody, a family member, that you feel like you're bound to because you have to be loyal to them because they are part of your family, a friendship group. But for me, that is saying, an institution. If you look at, in my dream, the police officer and the coroner, they were not working for the same people, but they were connected, linked. Here, Here, you've got, 7 cups. You've got the police officer, the coroner, the photographer. There's something interwoven. 10 of Cups. That is the illusion. And when I was, and I should have said it, but when I was thinking about things that are interwoven, in that meltdown on 3 Mile Island, they came after the whistleblower's kids. So the kids weren't connected. They weren't working at that nuclear plant, but they were connected. It's like this string that ties them all together. And the Lovers. The Lovers is Gemini energy. Gemini is the twins. Gemini is often I'm not saying all Geminis are two-faced, but the darker side of Gemini is that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. What they show on the outside versus what's actually happening underneath. That policeman in my dream came across as kind and caring, but he hid a secret. This secret that's coming out. Page of Cups on the bottom. I just think of children when I think of that card. The pages are innocent, pure and innocent. Some sort of secret. Page of Cups was Simba. Scar, the uncle, emotionally manipulated him to keep a secret because of his innocence, because of his purity. Now this is my Divine Messages Oracle deck. Spying energy. You're being watched. But as they're watching you, they don't see the guy coming in from the top. That was happening in that 3 Mile Island as well. They were being, it was awful, but you're protected. You're protected because God's taking the wheel. God the Son. Death and rebirth. You're going to get a new beginning. Now, when I think about that Dies Irae, that is death and fetching souls. It'll be the end for these crooks, these wicked people, and a new beginning for you. Patience and perseverance. Maybe this has been going on for a long time. As I said, in that dream, it was a dream. Wow, evil eye. In that dream, it was a dream of my family from 15 years ago. Actually, no longer. 20 years ago. Because if I think of the family photo that we took, and that was how we were dressed in that family photo, it was 2004. Christmas 2004 was when that photo was taken. 20 years, maybe this has been going on. Maybe you haven't known about it for that long. Heavy burdens. And look, how beautiful is that? That's the Ascension card. That is death and fetching souls, death and rebirth. So the righteous, the people who are living righteous and just lives, ascend to heaven. And those that don't, those that have done wrong by other people, they go to hell. You're protected. Deep shadow work. This has been a big lesson for you. And you come out of it the other way. Divine intervention. Maybe you've been moved out of. Maybe you feel like you've been put somewhere else while all of this is playing out. That's divine intervention. Redirection is divine protection. If this is something to do with a workplace and maybe they've moved you to an area on the job site where you feel like you've been demoted, it's because something is happening. You're being moved out of harm's way while this Ace of Wands, while something happens. There's something bigger at play here. And oftentimes too, when you're moved out of the way. So for example, within, just say something happening within a family group. If you are ostracized and you're feeling like you're being left out, it is actually protection. Because when you're moved out of the way, these people think that they don't have anything to worry about anymore. The person that's going to reveal my secret has been moved away. And so they then continue on doing what they were doing, potentially much worse. I'm hearing tenfold. But what's actually happening is God's created a web. They've actually stepped into a web. This year is 2024, the number 8. When I think of spiders, I think of the number 8. They created a web of lies, but they've stepped into a bigger spider's web. On the bottom, wish fulfillment. There's going to be a positive ending to whatever this is. As I said, the first card was the Tower card. That's a secret. That is something being revealed. Now, this is my Angel Oracle deck, 38, Divine Rewards. If you've been part of something that has helped God, the divine light, in that battle of light versus dark, if you've been part of something that has helped raise the positive vibration of the collective, there will always be divine rewards. And whether that divine reward is just learning that you can trust your intuition. Number 3, Citael, protection from harm. You are protected. That's 2 protection cards. 55, again, that is change, but 5-5 is today. It's the 5th of May today. Good deeds and soul growth. $71, divine warrior and protection. You are a warrior. Whatever you've endured, there will be divine rewards. Number 4, Elamia, protects during travel and mental illness. I can't imagine. I mean, those people in that 3 Mile Island, mental illness, Mitzrael, they were really, really struggling. And that was what those organizations wanted to do. They wanted to keep them in their head so that they couldn't make a decision about coming forward and exposing something. Wow. Holy moly, that is Metatron. Metatron is the celestial scribe. Metatron writes in the book of life. Metatron, whatever, this is huge. Whatever this is, it is part of a collective lesson. You've been part of a collective lesson of good versus evil. And it may not feel like it now, but there will be a truth that will come out that will set you free. That is beautiful. The sun. Yeah, look at that. 26, politics and ambition, and that wants to show itself legal. Something legal pertaining in this. Number 50, Danielle. I said that the other day. It's Daniel. Number 50, Daniel. And number 26, politics and ambition, confidence underneath, trying to come out. 61, Umabel. Wow, something legal in here. Maybe, it's just said maybe you've got a gag order. Maybe you want to tell a secret, but legally you can't. But it doesn't matter because God's actually revealing it. Now, this is my Scrabble tiles. I'm going to call out the letters and the numbers on them. V4, Q and a 10, an R and a 1, an S and a 1, a B and a 3, an F and a 4, a Z and a 10, an M and a 3, an N and a 1. So this could be your first, middle, last initials. It could be the initials of somebody that you're dealing with. It could be the initials of an institution or a workplace or somebody you're dealing with at work. A C and a 3. An O and a 1. And lastly, and I always say that when this one was stood up like that, when these tiles are stood up, it's got special significance. We've got a G. To me, that's a G for God. G2. G2 Summit. That might be something bigger in the collective. So that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you did resonate with this reading, please give it a like. If you haven't already, subscribe. If you are interested in being notified of future readings, please hit the notification bell. If you are interested in any of my tarot or oracle decks, the links to those can be found in the description box. Thanks again for joining me. I wish you well in whatever this is. Please remember just to trust your intuition. And if you are feeling trapped or like you've been pushed to the side, it is for your protection. Thanks again, and I'll see you again in another reading.